Hi YouTube, I want to talk a minute about a website I just found earlier today. It's called Chemtrails. What are they putting in the sky? I think that's it. But it's a great documentary. Everybody needs to see it. It's what I feared all along. But I heard somebody on there talking about that the only seeds that are working on this ground that see, after the chemtrails fall, it gets in the ground, and then the only seeds that are working are the GMO seeds. Can you believe that? They're engineering the seeds to work with these chemtrails so that I believe it's so that we'll have to depend on the GMO seeds and the GMO companies. See, the chemtrails is from Monsanto's. They're all working in together, and the government's letting them do this. And there's this little girl, they tested her hair on there, and it was really high. It was like 20-some thousand, I forget what they call it, but aluminum. She has aluminum in her hair. They take the hair and they have the hair tested to see how much aluminum is in the hair, and it's 20-some thousand parts per billion, or whatever that is. I'm not a scientist, I don't know, but this is serious, and nobody's really. They're thinking, oh, it's not chemtrails. Oh, they're ignoring it. It's water vaporation. Let me show you. See how dirty that sky is? No, sir, that's not a water evaporation. They sprayed here earlier, and all that is falling down to the earth. But look how it makes the sky so dirty looking. And all this stuff. I really can't imagine what they're thinking. But out in California, these trees are dying, and they had the trees tested, and they tested real high for aluminum, barium, and another chemical that they're putting in the skies. This is so insane that it boggles the mind. It's so large that it boggles the mind. And this is what someone said on that video. It's not a video. It's a documentary. It's about an hour long. But this is what they said. They said someone said that they're making it like this so Americans will starve. Can you imagine a whole country possibly at one time starving? It's mind-boggling. It's totally mind-boggling. I got little grandchildren. I got 6 little grandchildren, and I've been sick for a long time. Back a few years after they started spraying, I started getting sick, and I got sicker and sicker and sicker and sicker, and I found out about 4 or 5 years ago that how bad the GMOs are for you, and all, so forth, so on, and I stopped eating the GMOs. I got better. But then I noticed my throat got worse, and my tumors were not going away. They started to go away, and then they started to come back. And then my throat started getting worse. And then that tumor on my kidney, it's been bothering me. And I'm just wondering if this aluminum is making the tumors grow that I have, and bothering my throat. I need to go to the doctor about it. I hate the doctors now. I don't trust them. I don't trust anybody anymore. But getting back to the chemtrails, I can't imagine. I just can't imagine what they're thinking. A whole country, and they're trying to do more and more countries. And all the fish around the world are dying, especially the ones close to the United States. It between the chemtrails with the aluminum and all this other stuff, and it's like they've got aluminum, barium, and something else. Well, is this something else going to stop the sun from beating us to death? I think there's agenda behind agenda here. If you think about it, just think about it. Okay, they got three really high amounts of chemicals: the aluminum, the barium, and something else. Okay, just per se, the aluminum helps keep the sun away. Okay, the aluminum helps keep the sun away. Okay, we'll deal with that one. But what are these other chemicals doing? Are they helping keep the sun away? Why are they being sprayed? Think about it. Just think about it. And is it got something to do with the GMO seeds and the non-GMO seeds? And will this chemical work that they're spraying with the GMO seeds, or will it not work with the GMO seeds? And why are the forests dying? The forests are dying. They said there's so much aluminum, it's killing the forest. All the forest. All the forest. All the forest. So, I was looking on the mountain the other day. What did I see? There's trees dying. The trees are dying on the mountain. And I live 5 miles away. I bet that mountain's 5 miles away. And the damn trees are dying on it. Can you believe that shit? I tell you, people, it's going to have to be a war if we got any brains left after the aluminum eats it up. Because the aluminum, you can't get that out of your body. You can't get it out of your body. You just can't. It don't come out. It gets in there and gets stuck, and it causes plaque on the brain and in the heart. And my heart's been really bad lately. It's acting up. It's like it wants to stop. It's just like it wants to stop. Went to the hospital. I asked the doctor, I says, why am I so sick? He says, I don't know, Lou, but your heart's fixing to stop. You need a pacemaker. I said, no, I don't. You can't find anything wrong with my heart, then I don't need a pacemaker. It's that damn aluminum barium they're putting in the sky. I can't imagine what they're thinking over there in Washington, letting these banksters get away with this shit. It makes me so mad. I cried. I cried yesterday. I cried the day before. I know what they're doing. Between the fluoride that makes you docile, you can't think. The aluminum barium, you can't think. And the GMOs. All these things, they lead up to death. They don't lead up to helping mankind. It leads up to death. What they should have done, instead of poisoning us to death and killing off the forest and all this other, oh, there's too many people. What they should have done is put solar panels on every house and get off the grid, stop using the oil, become self-sufficient, and go green. But no. Oh, we'll just kill off the population because there's too many people. Bullshit. There are 10 times more dinosaurs than there are people. Hell, there were so many big trees and big dinosaurs that this earth had so much oxygen. We could have more of that, but we have to plant more trees. But they're killing the trees. And do you think killing the trees is going to help stop global warming? No, it's going to speed it up. Putting this stuff, trying to save the world and all this other bullshit with these chemtrails, they actually think that that's going to stop the sun from heating this earth up. They're out of their cock-and-mammy minds. But what they're doing is they're killing the forest. What's that going to do? That is going to have less, more CO2 because the forest is dying. The only thing that can take out CO2 is plants. And so if they're killing the plants, nothing's going to take out the CO2. The earth's just going to get 10 times hotter. And in the forest over in California, that all this aluminum, it's making the fires 10 times hotter. The guys over there, they done said, oh, the forest, or when they're fighting these forest fires, the forest fires are 10 times hotter now. What's up with that? Okay? They think they're saving the world, but they're killing it. They're killing it. And nobody believes me. Everybody thinks, oh, she's full of shit. Say, Mama, you need help, all this other shit. Well, I've done my research, and I know what's going on. Now it's time for everybody to march their asses to the doctor and get an aluminum test, and then march their asses up to Washington and tell them to stop fucking killing Americans. Well, I've said my piece, and I ain't going to say nothing else. Sorry about my cussing, Lord, oh Lord. I ain't sorry about it to the Illuminatis, but I'm sorry about to God. Y'all get right with the Lord, because the shit's going to hit the fan before it's over. Cheers.